Okay.
While I went through the processing, you had to be there a few days, your paperwork catch up, all the bullshit. But basically, they put me out there to see how the line was going to take me. So first thing pop up is a white boy. Hey, brother, get the fuck away from my cell door. I ain't your fucking brother. He was confused as shit. And I was like, look, cuz I'm a Crip.
Oh,
I'm out of Stockton. I'm from the East Coast. Get the fuck away from my door with that bullshit. And his look kind of went kind of angry, and I was 19, homie, and at 19 I had no value for life. I was so not the person that I am today. I lived and breathed for combat, violence, shooting, everything, and I know a lot of people say that, but if you track down people that know Super Cuz and Rob Dog back then, I guarantee they tell you the same story that I'm telling you now. The person I am today is not the person I was yesterday, and I'm very thankful for that. But at this time, I wanted it every way I could have it because I was chasing a reputation of a badass. And I banged on him at the door. He was, oh, no, brother, not me. I don't know how the brothers on the yard are feel and all that. Well, you go tell your brothers on the yard. I'll be out of here in 6-7 days when they let me out to CTQ. About 30 minutes later, the homie Green Eyes made Coast Peace from a lab mate popped up at my door, and brothers for life till he died. Cause and he introduced me to a bunch of others. It just how the spirit. I'm not religious in no kind of way, but certain people come here and have a bigger mission than others and a bigger energy field. And I know I'm one of them people for situations like this. I ended up in Soledad, of all prisons, where the Crips actually still ran the yard, which that's not likely in no prisons no more. It ain't like that. But at this time, I got sent to the yard that it was like 350 Crips on this one yard, and like 60 of them were East Coast.
Okay.
So that's why I was there with Big Al Capone from 6'9", Big Green Eyes from 11 Mate, Big Red Devil from 11 Mate. Oh shit, so many different ones. Big Duck from 6 Deuce. So many. Oh man, so many homies. That's where people started learning about me, and a lot of them didn't even know there was a Stockton East Coast because I was the introduction for a lot of people through prison of Stockton East Coasting, because we were so little in comparison to what the East Coast is from Los Angeles, which is enormous.
Yeah, thousands.
Yeah, right, thousands. So from Soledad, I end up having to whoop a little Crip dude they put in my cell from IE, because I was on CTQ for whooping somebody else.
What's CTQ?
Confined quarters.
Okay.
Soledad was one of the few prisons that you could have a fight and they wouldn't just send you to the hole. They'll put you on confined quarters for 10 days and give you the write-up time.
Okay.
But they wouldn't, if it wasn't a stick in their weapons or numbers, they didn't give a fuck. A head-up fight, you can have that. Just take your time and CTQ. So I whooped on the Peckerwood in the cafeteria, and they had me locked up. And they put a new celly in my cell, and he thought I was PCing up. I guess. Okay. I guess in his mind, I was PCing up, but he not knowing I've been here like 6 months, putting in work on all levels. When we had rides with a few different cars, and I had already did a few different things, and I was well established, is what I'm saying. So he goes to the yard, running his mouth. Oh, they got me in this punk ass white boy, yada 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 yada.
Oh, damn.
Come unlock, Green Eye slide up to the door and tell me all that. They got him hemmed up sitting on the bench. They won't even let him off the bench. He's been stuck on the bench for 2 hours to unlock. But I'm like, just send him home, cuz. Don't be mad at him. He in my cell. Send that motherfucker home, cuz. So they sent him home, and I beat the brakes off that motherfucker, and come count time, he was man down. I have to change cells.
You guys fought in the cell, like in the 6x9 quarters?
Right.
Damn,
right.
dog.
So yeah, it was bad for him though, because he was the little of the two. But because of that, he ended up getting moved out the cell. It was months, cuz like 2 months later, he got some IE partners that pulled up from IE, and I guess he got his chest back out, and he wanted to fade again. So we went in the shower, and I beat him up again.
Wow.
and there was no marks on me except he scratched me down my chest, and I didn't realize that. But the pig seemed to scratch down my chest, and that got me the extra time. They had transformed Soledad to a lower level prison, so they ended up sending me on a bus to Mule Creek, which was a whole nother experience.
Ladies and gentlemen, on the line from Oaktowns 357, we have Sweet LD.
He would say, let me see what you have. And then we would show him, and he'd say, no, I want it bigger. I want this. I want it larger. I want it more intense. He says that he wrote all of it. Hammer did not. People think that we were not approachable. They felt like we were standoffish. It was none of those things. It was just the way he dealt with us and felt that he needed to keep control. I started with him as he was selling things out of the back of his car. He was making it work. This man hustled, and we were not getting paid. We didn't get paid. We were not getting paid. We had to really decide if we were going to continue working in the way that we were. Everybody worked. You know what I mean? So, yes, he made that kind of money, but he took care of no one. But when you look at the fact that I started with him as he was selling things out of the back of his car, he was making it work. This man hustled, and we were not getting paid. The Hammer did not take care of us. That money situation was, listen, we need money for outfits. Well, I don't have it right now. Let's see what I can do, or see what you guys can come up with. You know what I'm saying? So there was no dancers now get paid for rehearsals. They get paid to choreograph. They get paid for videos. They get paid for touring. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. No, that's not what we were getting paid for. So I just want that to be clear.
Yeah,
and we were.
Yeah, that would never fly these days. That would never fly these days.
Oh no, they have unions now. They have all kind of dancers contracts where you can't. This is a totally different ball game right now. You understand what I'm saying? But back then, because you didn't know the business. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you didn't know what your yes was really agreeing to. Yeah, you could be caught up, and it would be on the fly. Like I said, learning on the job is also learning this business on the job. What are you willing to take? What are you willing to put up with?
Yeah.
You know, how far are you going to commit to this, seeing the situation? You know what I'm saying? So not speaking negatively about him, that is what we were raised in this business. You know what I'm saying?
That's the real of it.
It is what he did. He's not the only one. You know what I'm saying? And this is not new. You know, artists back in the day, signed contracts, go on tours, and would not get paid. The record company's getting paid. You know, the manager's getting paid. But the artist is not getting the money that they need to survive. This is why you call it the chicken circuit, because they had to go from place to place to place to eat for their performances. That's a lot of times what happened. You know, they were not getting paid. Their pay was to be able to stay somewhere and to eat the food, a meal. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of those businesses where you really have to know. You got to know it. And unfortunately, in 2019, I don't think a lot has changed unless a person comes into it and they understand the record label, the A&R, the manager, the road manager. Unless they understand all of that stuff, no. You know, a lot of this stuff is still happening. You know, so it was an intense. Like I said, on the fly, I decided to stay. You know, even though Lil P left, and it was myself and Terrible P, we kept thinking that the longer we stayed, the harder we worked, the better we surpassed whatever, you know, obstacle they put in our way or whatever opportunity. You know, they said, well, you guys have this and this to do. Okay, we'll meet it and surpass it. We always felt like whatever we did, we would finally earn their respect, you know, and be treated differently. And that just was not the case. You know, it just wasn't the case. So in doing so, the hard work, our work ethic, our creativity, all of those things, they were able to shine through in our videos and in our music, and we still have fans to today. So for that, you know, being pressed into a diamond under that pressure, I can thank him for that. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
But,
that was deep. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Yeah, but don't negate what I went through, that struggle, by saying he took care of me. No, sir. He did not.
Yeah.
No, I was not an invalid. I was not sick. Thank God. It was none of those things. We were fighting for respect. We were fighting for support, just encouragement, just any of those things. That's what we were fighting for in everything that we did. You know, so even though we didn't always get it in the way that we thought we should from those people handling our careers, like I said, we have fans to this day. We have respect from artists in the music industry to this day, even though they didn't get to know us. That's another thing. You know, he kept us so under wraps. We didn't get to make any network connections with people in the business.
Interesting.
Yeah. So people think that we were not approachable. They felt like we were standoffish. It was none of those things. It was just the way he dealt with us and felt that he needed to keep control. That if anybody got close to us,
they would snatch you up?
They could infiltrate. No, not really snatch us up. I think that was part of it, but they felt like
infiltrate.
they could infiltrate, the organization, know the secrets of the organization. It's like nobody's got time for that.
Wow.
You know what I mean? So it was very interesting. It was now, again, it had its beautiful side, but, you know, that's the stuff we were dealing with. If you're looking at Walt Disney and Disneyland, you know there's things that's going on behind the curtain to make it look pretty to you, for you to spend your money to go see it. But behind that curtain, it could be a drunk handling that clown suit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You just don't know. So, yeah, that's the kind of stuff we dealt with.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's the industry in a nutshell, ladies and gentlemen.